lie. Hello and welcome to my existential crisis. But seriously. Hey friends, what's up? It's me, Kat, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about my actual musical theater dream roles. Now, you might be asking yourself, hasn't she talked about that already? And the answer is yes. I've done a couple videos on my different channels on some different dream roles that I would love to play in musical theater, but I had like the weirdest revelation this morning, and my entire life is a lie. Help! So I thought the best way to start thinking about that shift is through a silly YouTube video. Sounds like a healthy coping mechanism to me! If you're new here, hi, my name's Steele. I really like musical theater. I like a lot of other stuff too, but mainly musical theater. This is a little musical theater internet cult. I'm the Internet Drama Club president. First we're gonna take over Broadway and then the world. So hit subscribe to join the cult club thing. Whatever this is. So, let's talk about my crisis. That is a sentence just out of context. That is real good. That is me. Question of the day, and this won't really make sense until you watch the rest of the video. What are some dream roles of yours that you wanted to play and then realized that it was for all the wrong reasons? Have you ever experienced something like that? Have you not? Are you just much more evolved than me? Which is a very, very strong possibility because this whole video is crazy town. Let me know in the comments down below. Let me preface this by saying I am okay. I am not freaking out. It's just like a weird piece of information, or I guess, you know, something that you hear over the years and then it finally sinks in and you finally understand how it applies to you, and it just kind of changes your whole mode of thinking. I was listening to a podcast interview with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, one of my faves. I love Veep. In this interview, she was talking about what kind of material interests her as an artist, and she said that likability as an actress and a viewer doesn't interest her. Being a likable human does, but not necessarily in the characters she plays. And that just blew my mind. Like full-on life-shattering illusion is gone. So thank you to Dax Shepard's podcast for changing my entire life view on myself and my art. Because I realized today that so many of my dream roles, or at least the roles that I've talked about with people or on the internet, I've liked those roles for all the wrong reasons. And don't get me wrong, this doesn't apply to every dream role of mine. There are tons of roles that I've discussed that really do mean something to me as an artist and as a person. They check all the boxes, it's all good. But there were definitely a couple of roles that I realized I liked for all the wrong reasons. So two main categories. Roles that I like and I could play very well, like they fit me in a very good spot artistically, vocally, looks-wise, everything. Like I fit that role very well, but I don't really feel any kind of affinity toward it. I just really love the show. Whatever actual role I'd love to play is not in my sweet spot. Let me just give you an example of the first one. I always talk about wanting to do hair, one of my all-time favorite shows, and I know that if I were to do hair, I would be a pretty good Chrissy. And I really like Chrissy, and I really hope that I get to play Chrissy one day. But my actual dream role in hair is Sheila. But Sheila isn't really in my sweet spot. Vocally, like I can sing her stuff, but there's not really a circumstance where I would walk into an audition and be like, yes, I am Sheila, because that's not me. I know that if I was auditioning for a production of Hair, I would audition for Chrissy. Which again, nothing wrong with Chrissy. I love Chrissy, but I've been answering that question kind of incorrectly. My dream role is Sheila, but that's not gonna happen. Does any of this make sense? So then part two, and this is the weirder actual like world shifting part of this conversation. I realized that a ton of my dream roles were roles that I wanted to be seen as. And this is kind of like a gray area. A lot of these people do fit into category number one of, you know, I love this show so much and this is my best chance to be in that show is by playing this character. But there's a common thread in a lot of these characters having a component of being people that I would like to be viewed as. And somehow in my brain, I thought if I got to play these characters, I would become more worthy of those titles. My silly little musical theater channel has been getting way too deep lately. If you guys missed my Shrek tutorial, I talk all about body confidence and imposter syndrome and a whole bunch of stuff like that. Really fun Shrek stuff. So here's an example of a show that covers all the bases. I love Little Women. I am so pumped for the Greta Gerwig movie. So whenever I would talk about hypothetically doing Little Women, I would always be like, I'll play Meg. That's what my role is. I'm a Meg. And I'd say that because she's a legit soprano. That's my voice type. I have played everyone's fiance slash girlfriend slash girl next door in every production of every show ever. That's how I get into into Little Women. But I also realized that so much of why I wanted to play Meg was because of who she was. I'm a theater kid, I'm Cuban, I'm loud, I'm ridiculous, I make stupid faces like this on the internet. The idea of playing someone who is gentle and quiet and beautiful and all the boys love her, it's attractive. All of that being said, I know that if I were actually to do Little Women, I might end up playing Amy. And I would get so offended whenever someone would be like, yeah, you'd be a great Meg, but you'd also be such a good Amy. And I'd be like, no, I'm not stuck up. It's called acting, Kat. Oh my god. And then also, if I'm being honest, I would just really like to play Joe. I mean, vocally, not in my sweet spot at all. I could just comfortably mix all of her stuff. I am not a belter. So I think that's kind of why I would avoid talking about Joe or ever telling people that I wanted to play Joe. Also, because I didn't want them to think I was stupid. Because I know that I don't look like a Joe. I know that I don't sound like a Joe. That felt like such a bold statement to me to be like, I would like to play Joe March. No, I can't because I won't, and I don't want people to think I'm stupid, and also I need to be pretty and gentle and quiet. Likeability is boring. I would love to play Meg. I would love to play Amy. If any of you guys are casting a production of Little Women, I will send you my headshot. I would still love to play Sue in Carrie the musical, and I know vocally and looks-wise that is where I would fit into a production of Carrie. If anyone wants to just hear me mix the entire role of Carrie, I'm up for it, because oh my gosh, who doesn't want telekinetic powers? Who doesn't want to light everybody on fire and lift everybody up and just scrote their little hearts out? That is a heck of a dream role that I have never said because A, vocally not in my sweet spot, I don't want people to think I'm delusional, and B, I had this weird thought in the back of my head that because Carrie isn't supposed to be pretty, if I played Carrie that meant that I'm not pretty, which is the most stupid thing on the face of the planet. Every single actress I know who has played Carrie is a total hottie. They just don't wear eye makeup in Act 1, and they wear like a weird little pencil skirt and an unflattering cardigan. And then they're all gorgeous in the prom scene because they are gorgeous actresses. But I had this weird self-esteem thing, especially at the time that I discovered Carrie. I think I was, gosh, 15, and I thought that Sue was great because not only did she have kind of a soprano-y mezzo mix, but she was pretty and had a boyfriend and everybody liked her. Now I like Sue for a whole bunch of other reasons, but that was my initial reason for liking her, which is a little messed up. Oh, here's another one. Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder, one of my favorite shows. I am dying to do that show. And for whatever reason, I had it in my mind that I can only play Phoebe. And I thought it was an insult for anyone who was like, you'd be a really great Sabella too. Self-esteem is a weird thing, kids. If you don't know my whole weird arc with Disney princesses, go watch the Shrek video and you'll see what I'm talking about. But I thought that because Sabella was like the antithesis of Disney Princess Phoebe, if I played Sabella, that meant that I wasn't a Disney princess anymore. This is all very weird to say out loud because these are all things that have kind of built up in my brain over the years, and I've never thought out, much less never said out loud on the internet, but there's a first time for everything. So yeah, that being said, I would love to play Phoebe, or I would also love to play Sabella. Just depends on the dynamics of the cast. Just cast me in Gentleman's Guide, please, I'd love to. I think at one point on my channel I said that I wanted to play Dorothy in Thoroughly Modern Millie. I do not. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I ever had that thought. I have no emotional connection to Thoroughly Modern Millie. I've never seen like a real production of it either. And who knows, that might change after seeing like a really great production of Thoroughly Modern Millie. That was such a weird image thing that I think I just wanted to be another Disney princessy character for no real reason other than maybe boosting my self-esteem. Spitfire Grill is one of my favorite underrated musicals, and I would truly love to play Shelby. But if I had my pick, I would love a shot at playing Percy. Do I look like an alto belter who just got out of prison and is going to find her way through the forest? No, I do not. But just in terms of having realistic expectations for myself and my career, I never let myself say or think that Percy is a dream role. I don't know why, but I feel really good. Like, this video, in theory, should be sad or weird, but I feel really good. I feel like really, really good. I think that I learned a lot about myself today, or at least had something click that I thought I knew. I think this might be that self-growth thing that people talk about. Maybe like building confidence. Please let me know about your crisis characters down below if you've experienced something similar, or just tell me about your dream roles. Anything really. Just hit me up in the comments. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out and I'd really appreciate it. If you're new here, hit subscribe. I promise I don't freak out like this very often. Usually it's just normal fun stuff as I keep like nodding with big crazy eyes. I hope you guys are having a great day. I love you so, so much. Break a leg and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!